if you have a view, if your property has a mountain view, lake view, whatever it is, those barndominiums can capture that. And there's no need for these auxiliary posts and things because of the structure.
Right.
So it's like an open palette, right?
Yes.
Would you agree?
I do. And all of the things that you would put in any other style home are going into these homes, these, big, beautiful islands and, all the things that we want in our home.
Yeah, I see a lot of very, very open concept living. And I think that's very popular now for people with expanding families and entertaining. Let's talk about those spacious, sprawling kitchens.
My first thought is the island, always. It's become definitely on the forefront. I guess it's on the forefront of design these days, that massive oversized island, or multiple islands.
We designed the Timberlake with that in mind, with multiple islands, but it was also to keep in mind multiple cooks in the kitchen. So the flow never felt pinched.
I agree with that. And I was just going to bring that up. If you're an entertainer and you've got large groups, double dishwashers, double ovens, maybe just spaces that everyone can be in that kitchen and getting things done and or serving or, cooking. And on that note, what about the pantries?
Pantries have gotten so elaborate.
Yes.
No more is it a closet. We've seen, and we're incorporating into our designs now, sculleries and a lot of butler pantries.
Yes. Yeah. Explain the scullery, because I think that's not as common yet, but
maybe not. But it's like a hidden kitchen behind your kitchen. It's like the dirty kitchen. So if you are entertaining guests and you're preparing food or cleaning up after the event, the scullery is like the kitchen that has the dishwasher, sink, and to hide all of the mess so that you don't have to spend time cleaning necessarily while you're still entertaining, and you don't have to look at it while you're entertaining guests as well. So it's like a mini kitchen, and it also serves as your pantry. That's all of your overstock, all of your groceries it's a very, very functional part of the home now.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point on pantries, is the storage of, if let's say, so many of these homes that we build are in locations that maybe are not close to everything. And that's a factor, right? You're doing large grocery runs or big box type purchasing for those necessities, and there has to be a place to store those.
As well as an extra refrigerator, freezer, all of those things. They don't have to go in the garage anymore. You can incorporate that into your design and have it just be exactly the way you want it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, just because you're picturing a barndominium to be more of a shed, they do tend to have that industrial feel. But again, the finishes you choose, you can add some wood on the inside and soften the look of the industrial. If you choose metal, the corrugated metal is very popular. Lots of stone, concrete floors. But oh my gosh, Jodi, have you seen some of those concrete floors? They're beautiful.
They are beautiful. And I personally love the mix of that hard and soft and, all the textures incorporated, because it's more interesting that way.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you can really, the colors and contrast, and like you said, textures. And it also helps to soften when you've got that large open space with lots of windows, maybe a lot of hard spaces. Bringing in those, some of the woods and some other textures helps to soften.
Absolutely. I think especially because those spaces tend to be cavernous in some ways, and they're gorgeous, like, high ceilings but if you can soften that and make those spaces more interesting with beams or textures, even in the furnishings, rugs and textures in your furnishings, but adding a stone feature on the fireplace, let's say inside, along with those beautiful windows looking to the view outside, it's bringing the outside in, but it's making your inside as interesting as your outside.
What other things are you seeing that people are asking for in their home designs?
We touched on this for a second, but let's talk primary suites. I think that's a big factor these days. Families are busy and there's a lot going on. Whether you're a young family, running with the kids, or moving your way into retirement and, maybe even possibly taking care of others in your family. Everybody's got a lot going on, and having a place to retreat at the end of the day and find your solace and your peace again, I think is important. Those spaces, I think, have become purposeful more than ever.
And they can be, like you said, spa-like.
Yeah.
You bring your own sense of style and your own taste into that structure, because at the end of the day, the way that they're built, you have such like wide open possibilities.
The bedroom is an obvious space for that with textiles and colors and things. But let's talk about the bath, the primary bath. There's a lot of choices involved that are personal, whether it be double sinks and things like that. But let's talk about showers and tubs for a minute.
Yes. Well, the freestanding tub, I'm seeing a lot more of that. And again, in front of these, gorgeous windows.